Hi friends, Rebecca here, the Dragon Librarian from Farmington Community Library, and my friend Elle and I are here today to talk to you about some really amazing new books that I am super excited about, and I hope that you guys will be excited about them too. So I wanted to specifically talk today about graphic novels. I love graphic novels. I know I've talked about a few of them in different segments, but I read some new ones, some brand new ones recently, and I loved them so much. I just knew I had to share them with you guys. So, the very first one is called A Map to the Sun by Sloane Leone. A Map to the Sun. As you can probably guess, the reason I was first drawn to this was because of the cover. Those colors are so striking and amazing. And basically, this is a story about friendship, and it's a sport. And it's a story about basketball. Now, I am not a big sports person. I'm not a sports person at all. Let's just go there. I'm really not. I don't understand a lot about sports. I don't know about sports or care about sports, but I absolutely loved this graphic novel. Yes, it was about basketball. It's about a girls' basketball team in high school. This girl named Ren, and she was friends with this girl named Luna, who moved away and never got back in touch with her. Well, Luna has now come back and wants to try to start the friendship up again, but Ren is kind of unsure because she had left so suddenly before. And didn't seem to care about their friendship at that point, so why should she care now? But they're both now on the same basketball team, so they have to learn to work together and work out their issues. It's about the other girls on the team as well, trying to work together in team effort and camaraderie. But it is a lot about friendship and being there for each other. And yeah, it's about basketball too. I didn't learn a lot about it, but I did learn to appreciate the sport a little bit more, watching how passionate these girls are about it. Ren had a lot going on at home. She had a lot going on in her life that she's trying to work through, and her teammates really helped her with that. But the main thing that I think you will love about this book are the illustrations. So just as this cover is really beautiful, the inside is absolutely gorgeous as well. There are just these like color palettes that sometimes they're purple, sometimes they're pink, sometimes they're blue, sometimes they're yellow. Like, look at how gorgeous this is. And not only are the colors fantastic, but the illustrations themselves are just beautiful. They're very realistic. Everybody is drawn in just a really beautiful, realistic way. I loved this. I could not put it down. And for somebody who doesn't normally read things that have to do with sports, I was really into this. So I highly recommend it. A Map to the Sun. Next is called Joe by Kathleen Gros. And it's a Little Women adaptation. Sort of, as it says right here. So this is a modern day adaptation of the classic novel Little Women. And I say it's sort of an adaptation because they do change a lot of things. It's set in contemporary setting. It's about these four girls, if you're not familiar with the story, about these four girls, Jo, Meg, Beth, and Amy, and they're sisters. And they live with their mom, who they call Marmee. And their dad is in the military, and he's away a lot on secret projects that he can't talk about. So they miss him. They long for their father because he's not around a lot. And it's just basically a family story, and about the sisters and how they are all such complete different personalities, and how they get along, and how they get along with their mom and their friends and people at school. And this is told through Jo's point of view. Jo is right here, and she is the writer in the family. And in this adaptation, she writes an online blog about her life and what's going on with her sisters. And she's also joining the newspaper at school, which is a new experience for her. It's very fun. This is just a really fun, great story. You don't have to be super familiar with Little Women, or really you don't have to know it at all if you haven't read it before and you just want to pick this up and see what it's about, because I think it'll give you a good taste of the four different girls, what they're like, and maybe that will make you want to read the original Little Women. Maybe not. But this is a really cute story. The illustrations are really simple, but they're beautiful. They're pretty cute. It's just a fantastic story, and I highly recommend it. I think you will like it, even, like I said, if you're not a fan of the classic or don't know much about the classic. It's a really great book, and that is Jo. Now, this next one I am so excited about. When I read it, I loved it so much that I had to run out and buy my own copy of it because I needed to own it. And this is called Snapdragon by Kat Leyh. Snapdragon. I love everything about this graphic novel. It has witches, it has animals, it has bone magic, it has really fantastic LGBTQ representation. The illustrations are fantastic. I really like all the artwork in here and the colors. And it's about a girl named Snapdragon who at the start of the story, she's lost her dog and she's looking for it. Well, she's afraid that the dog has been kidnapped by this crazy witch that lives in the woods. And when she goes there, she finds her dog. But what happened was the witch found him injured on the road and took him home to care for him. So because of that, Snapdragon and this woman named Jax strike up this friendship. And Jax actually really is a witch, but she's a good witch. She sends animals that have been killed, she sends their spirits off, and she reconstructs their bones and sells them to like museums and collectors and things like that. So she takes Snapdragon under her wing and they strike up this really amazing, fantastic friendship that is just really cool. There's also some history there with Jax and Snapdragon's grandmother that comes out during the course of the story. The other really great thing about this is Snapdragon has this friend who is transgender. And it's an absolutely beautiful friendship. Her name is Lulu, and she is so sweet and amazing. And watching their friendship and the way Snapdragon just like accepts her and brings her into her life is just wonderful to see. And I also really love Snapdragon's mom. The mom in the story is so real and awesome, and she's just so great. So like I said, this is about magic. It's about all kinds of really fantastic things, and I highly, highly recommend that. Well, that's what I have for you guys today. I hope they sound fantastic, and thank you so much for watching, friends.